Hi, my name's Ashley Findler and Stoke City is my passion, and here's my story. We were lucky enough for having a complimentary day at the Victoria ground, and I went along with my dad. And the big thing that stuck in my mind about the day was it was about 2 weeks after Tony Warrington had passed away, and I think he'd been later asked the week before. The thing that stuck in my mind was that the Wolves fans actually sang through the minute silence, which I thought, as a young lad, a 9-year-old lad playing Sunday League football, you learn to respect your minute silence, and it's a big part of the respect thing with football. But yeah, after the match we went back to the complimentary area, we had a meal, some of the players breezed in and out. I think it was 1-1, the game was. And then they had a raffle, bought a raffle ticket. I think they drew 4, maybe 5 prizes. Nothing happened, I wasn't going to win anything. And then the last prize was the plaque. And to be honest, as a 9-year-old lad, I didn't really want the plaque. I wanted the signed ball, or the shirt, but not the plaque. And we won the plaque. So they called the number out. We went up to collect it. My dad stayed where he was. He said, "Go up and get it yourself." And I had a photograph with Vince Overson, who was man of the match that day, and Stanley Matthews was there as well. So we all had a photograph together. And then afterwards, we went and sat down, I had a look at it. A couple of people came over and said, "Can we have a look at it and stuff?" And Stanley Matthews came over and sat with us for about 10 minutes and was just chatting football. Really nice guy. So yeah, it was an absolutely super day, memorable day. He asked me if I played football. I said, yeah, I play lads and dads in the League District League because I lived in Warrington. He just got chatting about that, and he'd done a lot of coaching in his time, as well as obviously playing for England, Stoke and Blackpool. But he just said he seemed like a really nice lad. He got chatting with my dad, and he asked my dad. He said he could tell my dad was a Vale fan, which he is. And then he went on to talk about him managing Vale in the 80s, and then he just said. He asked me if I liked England, if I was a big England fan. And of course, 9, 10-year-old child, footballing mad, yeah, you love your club and you love your national team. And I think that's where it came about, him saying to me, I'll send you an England badge. So I thought nothing of it. I went back home, and then about 2 weeks later, a letter came through the post, and it was from Stanley Matthews. He'd actually gone out of his way to take the time to write us a letter, which was a really nice touch, because obviously the guy's an absolute legend, not just for this club, for other clubs and for the country. And I just thought, who's this guy? Everyone's wearing suits and ties in this room, there's players in here. Who's this guy? And my dad just said, "Come here," and said to me, "That's Stanley Matthews." And I goes, "What, Sir Stanley Matthews?" And he said, "Yeah, the Wizard of Dribble, that's him." Since he passed away, and a lot of tributes towards him when there's anniversaries of him passing away and stuff. But looking back to being able to have met somebody like that, I think in 50 years' time you could probably say something along the lines of, there'll be another 9-year-old lad meeting Wayne Rooney in probably an executive box somewhere, getting a letter from him saying, "I met England's all-time leading top scorer," or most capped player, or it doesn't happen to happen very often. It's something that I'd never sell. I'd never, with it being so personal to me. I just never thought for a second when he did take my address, I just thought it was, there's no way he's going to send me a letter, but yeah, he did. I took it to, about 6-7 years ago, I took it to like a Stoke City memorabilia, like exhibition thing. There was a chap in there that does a lot of, collects like really, oddball stuff. There's a lot of, from what I could gather, there was a lot of signed footballs, a lot of signed shirts, stuff from the Vic that was taken when the ground was knocked down. A lot of people took a lot of things, so there's a lot of like unique things floating around. But when he saw this, he actually said, he goes, "You know what? I've been collecting Stoke memorabilia for 40 odd years, and I've never ever seen one of these." And the detail as far as how it's been handmade. He said he'd be prepared to offer me £1,000 for it. So he gave me his phone number. I told my parents, and they said straight away, we'll give you £1,000 and we'll keep it, because they hammered home the importance of the letter, the whole story behind it, and said as you mature in life and you get a lot older, these things will have a lot more sentimental worth rather than monetary. So yeah, I suppose if me and my missus were lucky enough to have kids, I can pass it on to my kid and say, well, there's a bit of history there in the family as far as meeting one of the most decorated players for this club's got. All my friends in Warrington were Stoke fans. And then when I went back home after school in the evening, I used to play out round Park Estate, round the Vale ground. All my friends were Vale fans. So up until the ages of 6, 7, there was pictures of me circulated with Tunstall Assurance top on. Yeah, I'll have that. But once we'd moved to Warrington, yeah, I just followed Stoke. I think I've had a season ticket now 15, 16 seasons consecutively, but I still get people now saying, have you still got your Vale top, Ash, or things like that. The amount of money I've piled into Stoke, the amount of miles I've travelled to watch Stoke, but yeah, I still get Jeff about being that. But my dad's still a Vale fan. My mum's still, my mum and dad are separated now, but my mum's still a season ticket holder at Vale. My dad's not so much, since Vale have had a bit of a slide, like majority of Vale fans, they've relaxed their support of the club as such. Any opportunity, if Stoke lose, yeah, stepdad's straight stuck in with that one, isn't he? But yeah, we don't mention when Vale get battered because it's just the normal, so I don't feel the need to mention that.